So let's go ahead and get started on these. This is the biggest one that I won. And this is actually not, I mean, I think it's an okay hand. It's not fantastically well played by me. Um, so let's see here. We've got a very aggressive player, go, 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 raising under the gun. We get a call here from this guy, JMC, who's a pretty decent player, kind of a taggish, solid player. Um, Calling here with ace-6 suited is okay. I definitely wouldn't recommend calling here if it weren't for this guy in the pot. And there's also there's this dude Chadoff here on the button who is, in my opinion, he's not like a giant fish, but he was certainly the weakest player at this table, and someone I was kind of looking to get into pots with. I think he's um, I'd be very surprised if he's not a loser at 5'10". You know, I mean, I think he's on average going to lose money when he plays pots. Now, on the other hand, you know, he's not necessarily going to be losing money when he plays a pot on the button, but I guess I kind of felt like my hand just I'm getting decent odds between having this guy here in the pot, JMC, and then also the fact that Chadoff is going to come along, and I do have a hand that plays pretty well in a multi-way pot, so I felt like coming in here. I don't think it would be a crime at all to fold this hand, to fold a suited ace, especially since my kicker. I basically rather have ace five because I can make straights with that. Or obviously an ace with a better kicker would be good. Ace six suited is probably about the worst suited ace to be playing here. So my pre-flop decision I don't think is automatic, and if you're regularly folding this, don't consider it to be a leak in your game or anything like that. Anyway, I get a pretty good flop for my hand. Obviously, I've got the nut flush draw. My overcard is quite possibly good, and there's even a little backdoor straight potential. So I'm pretty happy with this flop. Um, we get a bet here from Go Go Go. As I said, he is an aggressive player. At the same time, he's betting into three people, one of whom is pretty fishy, all of whom are going to be playing hand ranges that connect pretty well with this board. So, now obviously in retrospect we see that he has Jack 10, but not knowing that, just looking at this situation, is this a flop that he's going to bet with Ace King? I would think no. Um, Granted, I'll have some outs against our calling range, but there's so many ways that we can be in here with, 9-8, 10-9, 8-7, Jack 10, 7-6, pocket nines, pocket eights, pocket deuces. Even for him, pocket tens, pocket jacks, and bigger pocket pairs. The idea it's not very likely that all three of us are going to fold. He's really not in a good situation to be firing multiple barrels on a bluff. I don't think just bluffing the flop in a vacuum is going to be profitable. So I don't see him betting here with total air. I think he can bet top pair or better for value. He might even bet if he had like an ace eight or something, but I don't think he's going to bet here with total air. I do think his bet with Jack 10 makes perfect sense. So I'm not criticizing him for that. I'm just saying in terms of how I want to play my hand, I'm not expecting to have a lot of fold equity, and I don't really want to get all in against him. I think his range is weighted towards overpairs. I actually wasn't expecting to see that many draws in his range just because he's raising under the gun. Not that he can't have any, but I've got two of the hearts accounted for already. I don't know that he's playing 7-6 here, so I'm not expecting him to have that many draws. I'm thinking he's usually going to have a pair, and I might be able to take the pot away from him at some point. The problem with raising the flop here is, for one thing, I don't think he has a particularly weak range.